Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another weekly analysis, stocks and futures. Today is Sunday, March 15th, 2026. We're finna get into the week of March 16th through the 20th, 2026. Alright? First thing first, y'all know we gotta go over our economic calendar and our earnings report for this week. If you wanna check out the website that I use for the economic calendar, I use investing.com. Put it on United States news only, 3-star news only, because we only look for the high impact news. Okay? So if my economic calendar is shorter than most, that's because we got it on 3-star news, high impact news only. Alright? First thing first, looking at the economic calendar, as clearly as we can see, we don't have any high impact news scheduled, at least until Wednesday, March 18th, 2026. Before we get into the news that's coming out, I want to just point out I never seen this before, where it had like a Saturday news event. So this is my first time seeing it. Even though we know the market will be closed, I never seen that before. So I don't know if that's a glitch or if that's really what it's supposed to be doing. But we'll see. We'll see. Now, like we said, we don't got no news scheduled for Monday or Tuesday, but Monday still be on the lookout because that is the opener of the week. So you got to be checking out that, be cautious of that. Okay, but looking at the rest of the week, Wednesday, March 18th, 2026 is when we get our first major impact news day. 7:30 a.m. we got PPI coming out. 9:30 crude oil. Y'all know how I feel about crude oil. 1 p.m. we got Fed interest rate decision. Also FOMC economic projections, FOMC statements, and then FOMC press conference. Okay, so definitely anything Fed or FOMC definitely are high impact news. Got to be on the lookout for those. Honestly, Wednesday, y'all know Wednesday usually is when I'm looking for potential reversals. So just definitely gotta be careful on Wednesday. We got news from 7:30, and then that 9:30 crude oil. I really don't too much. I'm not too afraid of that. But once 1 o'clock hit, honestly, that's when it's gonna get a lot of volatility. So we gotta be looking out for that on Wednesday. Wednesday definitely a big day, especially that evening. Then we go into Thursday, March 19th, 2026. 7:30 we got Fed Manufacturing Index. 7:30 initial jobs claims. And then 9 a.m. we got new home sales. So Thursday, really that morning time, that's when all the news coming out. We should be okay after that news come out on Thursday, that 9 a.m. news. But the 7:30s is pre-market. Y'all know we don't be on the charts at that time. The 9 a.m. will be when we be on the charts. So we just got to look out for that. And then we should be smooth sailing after that. Then Friday, nothing. And then, of course, like we said, Saturday, March 21st is scheduled Powell speaking. So y'all know Powell definitely moved the market, but it's Saturday. We ain't able to touch it. We might see the effects of that on Monday. Okay? So really this week, once Wednesday come, it's starting to roll. I really think Monday we might get some volatility just because it's the opening of the week. Tuesday might actually get volatility just because Wednesday got potential. But we have to see. Tuesday might be a slower day, or it could be it can go either way. Wednesday, definitely I expect volatility around there on Wednesday. Thursday, decent volatility. Then Friday should be just a normal Friday. Okay? Now, going over the earnings for this week. Zoom in. Earnings for this week. Okay? Monday. Well, first thing first, these earnings this week, really not no major crazy big names to be looking out for, honestly, but it's still some names in here that we can check out. Okay? So Monday, really I don't see nothing other than Dollar Tree in the pre-market. They got Dollar Tree at the pre-market, but other than that, I don't really see nothing that catch my eye, I guess you can say, for Monday. Going into Tuesday, pre-market, really don't see nothing in the pre-market for Tuesday either. Really, I don't see my first potential earnings I'll check out until Tuesday after the close. We got Oklo. And that was something newer that I added, but Oklo, Lululemon. I remember last time Lululemon we was looking at them shorts. I think that's it. Really, those are only two, and that's after the close on Tuesday. Then we going into Wednesday pre-market. We got General Mills. I don't think I ever checked out their charts, but we can check it out potentially. General Mills, Macy. Then I think that's about it. After the close, we got Micron, and that's pretty much it. Wednesday is I say Wednesday earnings. Tuesday close all the way up to Wednesday close are decent earnings for this week. I think that's gonna be the best earnings for the week. Um, then we go to Thursday pre-market. Really don't see nothing crazy pre-market. After the close, we do got FedEx. Really that's pretty much it. And Friday, I don't see nothing. So really look like each day we probably got one or two possible earnings, but that's it. So Monday, like I said, Dollar Tree, probably the main one. Tuesday, Oklo, Lululemon. Wednesday, General Mills, Macy's, Micron. Thursday, FedEx, and then Friday, nothing. That's pretty much it. Like I said, it might be some sleepers in here, but it ain't nothing that catch my eye too crazy. Okay, now let's get into the charts. And the thing is, if you was in the stream earlier, we had a quick stream earlier. Quick stream earlier to where we cleaned up the chart some, and we kind of got a little idea of what we're looking for this week. We didn't check everything out just about, but we did get a general idea of what we might be looking for. Okay, first thing first, starting off SPY. Let's jump over to, let's just check out the monthly. We really don't gotta check the monthly out because it's still 15 more days, but right now the monthly is red. It is following that previous month, saying that, hey, we're looking for some type of low. Is it gonna be a lower low, or is we gonna set a higher low? We don't know just yet. Okay, going to that weekly though, this is what we can check out. Weekly on SPY, we had a red week last week, right here, my bad. Red week last week. This the third week of being closing red. Still looking for lows. We had higher high, low, lower high, lower low. We in a downtrend right now. Not until we break that 693.68, we in a downtrend right now. Now it's searching for some type of low. We don't know exactly where it's gonna stop at, but we do have a slight idea where it potentially can bounce on that daily, but on the weekly, really next target not until we get to 650. 650 is the next true real target we got on the weekly. So there's a chance that we could see 650 on SPY. Okay. Going to the daily though. Daily, we have pretty much same thing we were saying on that weekly. We are in the downtrend. We had that high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, next target. Really ain't got no targets until we get to. We did have a daily gap sitting here at 655, but the next true low is right here at that 650, 649 area that we was talking about on that weekly. Okay. Now looking at last week or last Friday, we ended up making a new lower low. All right, we made that lower low for this downtrend to continue. And we closed below it. We ended up closing below it. The previous low was 629.39. I mean my bad, 662.39. We ended up closing at 666. Hold up, 662.29. So we closed 10 cent lower. Okay, 10 cent lower than the previous low. So we actually got that continuation signal. Now, biggest thing, yes, we closed below for that continuation signal. But the biggest thing, do we build that downtrend underneath 6629? And if we do, that will actually bring us potentially down to the next daily gap or next daily low. Or the next daily gap is that 655 gap that we was talking about. Okay, might zoom in so y'all can see this gap right here. Okay, so that's what we ended up coming up with this earlier today. We said, hey, if we get a downtrend underneath 662.39, we want to take them shorts. Okay, we want to take them shorts. And we also stated, hey, if we end up breaking to an uptrend back inside this daily gap at 663.17, we build an uptrend inside it. We can see a hard push back up to 667. Okay, could see a hard push coming back up. So I won't be surprised if we gap up back inside the gap. But biggest thing is if we do come back down to 662.39, we want to see that downtrend form underneath to continue these shorts. We gap up and we reject and start making a green candle, then I know what, we making some type of high, either a lower high or it can break our solidified level at 683.36 and make a higher high. Okay, definitely trying to see what the market want to do. Like I said, if we see that downtrend under 639, I want them shorts to go down to 655. Okay, we get a green candle come in Monday, then I know we making some type of lower high. I mean, some type of high. It can be a lower high or a higher high. We just gonna have to wait till we get another red candle to tell us, hey, go back short. Okay. Going to QQQ, pretty much same thing. Only thing that's different from QQQ, we didn't make that lower low. We did not make the lower low just yet. So QQQ still has to make a lower low versus where SPY it already done it. So don't have to worry about that for QQ. I mean for QQQ. We gotta actually wait until it come and make this lower low. Looking at QQQ, we made lower low, high, lower low, but then we made a higher high. Right here on March 10th, we made a higher high. So that kind of messed the downtrend up a little bit. We gotta come down and break first to make that lower low. Honestly, I put this downtrend. I put this short position tool just above the daily gap because I was like, hey, if we make a downtrend right when we get to the daily gap, I still would like the shorts to potentially shoot through that small gap to come on down here to 586.99. Okay. That's if we make that downtrend. We start building an uptrend, like same thing like I said with SPY. Could see a hard push back up to the 600s. Just gotta be on the lookout for that. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. So, Now for the QQQ, like I said, I'm looking for shorts though. So that is what I'm focusing on. If we get a green daily candle, you know what? We gotta wait till we get another red. And QQQ, I'm gonna have to wait until we make a lower low. Like I said, it made a higher high last. If a green candle come, I can't trust them shorts just right away. Okay, can't trust them shorts right away. Then jumping over to MNQ. Give me 1 second. You want to MNQ? Let's remove this candle from the day, so we won't be looking at that. All right, MNQ daily, same thing with QQQ. We made a red candle. It failed to close below previous low. We haven't got down there yet. But actually, no, MNQ is like SPY. We got low, high, lower low, lower high, potentially new lower low here. Okay. But we gotta see it keep flushing. It gotta come down, break this previous low on this March 9th candle at 23,999. Biggest thing I'm looking for though is just a downtrend underneath some gaps. We're looking at that hourly, drop down to the hourly. We had it set for if we get a downtrend underneath this daily gap at 24,295.50, we want to take them shorts. I said just about the middle of this next daily gap because it's so big. It's a huge gap. So around the middle of that is where we're looking to take the trade, set TPs at. Now, of course, same thing with QQ and SPY. If we pushed back above this previous daily candle, this daily gap at 24,377. If uptrends form above, we look for them longs, take it up to the next daily gap, which you end up doing, making that uptrend right now. And of course, we don't trade on Sunday, so we couldn't get them longs. I did get on a practice account though, them longs, but we don't trade on Sundays, y'all know. So but yeah, tomorrow if we end up coming to the daily gap at 24,539, I'll look for them shorts underneath there if we can make the downtrend. If we fail to do so and it look like we're gonna keep this green daily candle, we know what it's gonna make some type of high. We gotta just let it play out, let it go up till it give us a red candle, make a lower low. Then we like to take them shorts. All right, going over to MYM. Let me take this MYM. MYM clearly in the downtrend. There ain't nothing hiding it. Been making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs this whole time. NYM Friday we closed red. We did not get where we're looking for. And then we can see this evening it almost got down to target, but it didn't quite get there. It got to 46,339 instead of 333, so it was 6 points above. So that still leave us a chance to trade it tomorrow since it didn't get to the target. Okay, like we said, same thing for them loans. We start building that uptrend inside this daily gap. Gotta be off them shorts until we make a downtrend. Like right here, we made an uptrend inside. We gotta leave them shorts alone till we come back below. Going over the CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike. For tomorrow, what we looking for CrowdStrike? Honestly, I'm just watching two levels, both sides. Honestly, going to that daily on CrowdStrike, it can almost go any way, any direction. We got a higher high got created. Literally just all green candles since February 25th. It's just been all green candles straight up. Made a new higher high. We got our first low get set. Then we got some type of high and then some type of low. Cause we got a high, but it ain't a higher high. Then we got a low, but it ain't a lower low just yet. So the 2 key lows we watching is 452 for a higher high to get created, and 428.55 for a lower low to get created. Let me make sure I got alerts sitting here. Put some alerts here. Cause those 2 key levels to create the trends, a close past them will continue to take us to either respected daily gaps. Okay. And then dropping down to the hourly to get a little earlier entry. Honestly, I just marked out the hourly gap. We built an uptrend above the hourly gap. We like the longs up to that key level we was talking about. Built a downtrend underneath. We like the shorts down to that key level we was talking about at 428.55. Okay, definitely like CrowdStrike. Going to Meta. Let's go to the daily. Y'all know I haven't been trading Meta lately, just because of how I told y'all with that 1 week. Let's see if it's still on there. I ain't even been back to check. Where was that week at? Was it here? It was like that random spike. I think it was supposed to be right here, but I guess they fixed the chart. It looked like, yeah, it looked like they fixed the chart. Cause it was just like, let me go to the hour. Maybe it was on the hour. Nah, they just fixed the charts. Cause it ain't on here no more. Oh, well, now they fixed the chart. Now we can trade it. Meta, but regardless of that, I was still looking at Meta. We're in a downtrend. We got high, low, lower, high, lower, low. Last candle was our lower low candle for them shorts. We rejected at the daily gap at 611.19. What made me get enticed in getting in this trade potentially this week is this huge daily gap we got, right? Huge daily gap. Of course, we got gaps inside the gap, but it leaves a lot of room for potential profit. If we sit here and reject the 611 and start building an uptrend, we could see it potentially going back up to 637 at the top of the gap. If we close below it and build downtrend underneath it, we can see it dropping down to 600. So definitely a lot of potential room when it comes to. Yeah, really didn't look at finding in there. Coinbase. The rest of them, I really didn't see nothing too crazy. So, really, that's pretty much it. We don't got no earnings that we want to check out today. I mean, tomorrow or Tuesday, I don't think. So that's really what we're looking for this week. Pretty simple. Really, we trade in whatever direction the initial breakout is on Monday. That's probably gonna be where we trade for the rest of the week, at least all the way up to Wednesday 1 p.m. when that news come out. Okay. So y'all have a good week, good trading week. Y'all trade safe.